I walked up to that security guard and say, I do not consent to searches or monitoring. My instinct told me not to go to this library today. It's a different part. It's like running on a blade over and over again. Just being run through over and over again. My cousin Ben was targeted by street trash when he was a teenager. Black gangs, black people, same thing, street trash. It's a game that the Shreveport police have used for a long time. And they have done it for years and years. Where they use street trash, civilians that are their informants, to falsify evidence against somebody they're targeting. It happened to my cousin Ben when he was a teenager. My Aunt Sherry sent him to live with her parents in Blanchard, and her father was the constable in Blanchard, Sam Posey. I think it was Ben, it might have been Jamie. I think she had moved. She was in transition, moving to a job. I think she might have been sent down to Mexico, or she was just moving to her job in Arizona. And she was trying to protect Ben because they were these street trash kids and blacks were doing the same thing to him, walking around and making drug deals and stuff like that. And that's what they do. And my Uncle Bo and my Uncle Jerry, when they were young men, they were stalked by a black Shreveport police officer decades ago. My Uncle Bo told me the story. This black cop was driving around Blanchard, places where Bo and Jerry went. He was following Bo and Jerry around in their car, going into places where they went, asking people for information about them, saying that he thought they were up to no good. And my Uncle Bo and my Uncle Jerry were driving one night down there on where Roy Road meets Blanchard Latex Road, or no, Blanchard Fur Road. My Uncle Bo and I were driving. He told me the story. He said the cop pulled him over. It was the same black cop that had been running all over town, running his mouth about him. And he stopped their vehicle in a squad car and pulled them over, told them to get out of the vehicle, and started to search him. And my Uncle Bo told me they beat the shit out of that cop. He said both he and Jerry both punched him and beat him. I said, really? He said, yeah, he was laid up all over the back of the squad car because he had Bo and Jerry around the back of the squad car, leaning up against the squad car trunk, legs spread and all that kind of shit, and he was going to search them and search their vehicle, and they weren't doing nothing wrong. They just turned on him and beat his ass. That cop didn't ever show his face in Blanchard again. Ever. Bo told me he was all laid up all over the back of the squad car. And my grandpa had raised boys to fight. Not to go out and find fights, but to defend themselves. Bo and Jerry and John, there wasn't anything about them that was cowardice. And they didn't have any trouble beating the shit out of somebody that was fucking with them or their family. You know, that's it. I saw my Uncle Bo get in a fight. Man next door, who was a Marine, had been a Marine, had a dog that he wouldn't keep from roaming around the neighborhood. And the dog kept coming over to my grandma's house and getting in the trash and tearing the trash up, and kept doing it. And they wouldn't do anything about it. The people that owned the dog wouldn't do anything about it. Lived next door. One day my Uncle Bo came over to my grandma's house, and the dog had done it again. He went over there and told that man that he better keep his dog out of my grandma's trash. And the man went back in his house and put on a claw ring, a metal ring with spikes in it that the Marines wear. And he come back out there and started mouthing off to my Uncle Bo, and threatening him and stuff, and took a swing at him. My Uncle Bo beat the shit out of him. I watched him do it. Me and my sister were there, and I think my cousin Jeff or Troy was too. Like a man's wife, they were white people. She came out with pots and pans. And Bo had him on the ground. The guy was pounding Bo in the head with his claw ring. That didn't stop Bo. You know, he wasn't a coward. None of them were. My grandpa wasn't either. You know. So this is a tradition in Shreveport, targeting people, particularly in my family. My Uncle Bo told me another story about the cops rolling up in his yard saying some lady had complained to them that he'd been harassing her. It was all bullshit, and the result of the defamation, I think, that had been going on. He got his gun, shotgun, just walked out on the porch with it. He told him first to get off his property. The cops wouldn't leave. He went back in and got his shotgun. He didn't point it at him or nothing. He told him, I said, get off my property. They saw that gun and they left. Wasn't loaded or anything. They could have arrested him for brandishing a weapon, I guess, but they didn't. So, just pissing at bullshit. Same thing as what we're going through. And it's been going on here for decades. Really. Really. And it's happened to my family.